Flash and the Fundamentals. Two complete opposites solve the world. If you're listening on iTunes, don't forget that you can watch these podcasts by subscribing on our Facebook or YouTube channels.
Can you see me in this dark stuff? Because we don't have a monitor this time.
We do have a monitor.
Where?
I just looked at it. What do you think I was doing?
I can't see it, and I need to authorize the whole deal. I may be a millionaire.
What's that?
I've refused to look at my numbers from the Mega Millions from Friday.
Oh, so we look it up. You might have just won.
I wouldn't like to. I don't want to watch it because I don't want the world to know. I want to just be real quiet about it. I want to start.
You would act like it was something you did?
I wanted to just start a quiet little LLC and have all the money and then keep my name, because I found out that you can keep your name out of it. Some lady sued back east. She didn't want her name to be announced.
Oh, yeah. So she made the private LLC.
Yeah.
That's
and
smart.
won the case.
Right. Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I remember that case. I was like, you can say my name. I'll change my name and go to a different city. Fuck that. I was like $100 million.
I got like $1,000 in the bank, and people always call me asking for money. So I can imagine $100 million could be somewhat of a headache.
That's pretty funny.
Where's our sponsor?
It's right here. Are we going to start this, or are we just?
We're not rolling.
We are rolling, but I mean.
All right. Well, then this is like what is it called? This is a cold opening.
Cold opening.
This isn't mine, by the way.
Right, it's mine.
I don't drink anything with diet on it. It's got chemicals in it.
In the documentary, you're drinking diet ginger ale.
And I was bamboozled.
That's going to be seen more than
bamboozled.
That's awesome.
I hate the way the diet, that aftertaste, that thing that they call sugar for diet.
Yeah, aspartame. Love it. I'm Adam Contras. This is Don Full.
I'm Don Full.
Here we go.
Yep, that's me. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug for Mr. Mayor Goldie Wilson. Did you see the guy shared what you shared today?
Did you see the guy that shared what you shared today?
Did you see that?
No. What did I share
Some
today?
foreign dude. You shared the cover.
What cover?
Of the movie, bitch.
Oh,
and then he wrote Mayor Goldie Wilson Presents. I hit the translation. He said Mayor Goldie Wilson Presents.
See, it's happening already.
I was like, oh shit, I should have put Mayor Goldie Wilson Presents the movie. That'd have been awesome.
Yeah, I've got a small amount of cachet. And I may have won the lotto, but we won't know for a while.
We got a lot to get to. So we're gonna start off real quick with you. What's up with you?
What's up with me? Oh man, that's a lot up with me. I think I'm going to start a GoFundMe campaign so that people can give me money to buy a helicopter so that I can give people tours around the Hollywood sign. No, I'm just teasing. Actually, though, I started training for my helicopter add-on for my pilot license.
Got it.
So I will be flying helicopter.
Wow, you finally have some flash. I thought you were going to say I played golf again, and that was going to lead into...
I didn't really understand this podcast thing, so this is like my third or fourth podcast episode now.
Right.
So now I get the hang of it. My first two were kind of boring. I'm probably going to outshine you today.
Okay, I don't know. So this is a good day.
No,
that's a pretty good day.
Yeah. I know everything that's happening. It's not going to be a surprise.
Okay.
What?
We had talked about a name change for this podcast.
Yes.
And part of it was because you weren't bringing the Flash. And I was like, oh shit, I'm bringing the Flash and the Fundamentals.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was kind of like...
The black guy had to bring the bling.
He wouldn't answer
golf
your name.
was just too dull.
Well, every day you're like,
I'm bringing something to the golf world. Here's another shameless plug. I'm not going to say nothing about it.
What kind
Part of it will be shot here.
What? For what?
But I'm not going to say anything about it, but it's going to be a very interesting take on golf.
Is there going to be a celebrity here?
Oh, we'll try and get them all. Well, everyone that comes through here is a celebrity for crying out loud.
Sure. No, we were going to...
I say there as chicken hawk.
Yeah, right. Here we go. Oh yeah, we haven't even mentioned what's up with me. A lot of stuff.
No, we still what's up in me.
Still you.
So anyway, like I said, I'm learning how to fly a helicopter, and that's the most awesome thing in the world because, you can sit in the sky and just sit there. As far as the airplane, you got to keep moving. So I think that's awesome.
You can hover.
Yeah. What else? What else is going on? What's that? What else is up with me? That's it, man.
Okay.
So now the music comes in.
Right.
I gotta be flashy.
No music. I can't. There's only one.
I just gave you the music.
Oh, okay.
Can I say it first?
So
I guess I can.
We were talking about a name change. We might still do it.
What's up with you?
A lot. Apparently, what'd you hear there? A lot of the name change. Right. That's the thing we are concerned about here. We just discussed
that I wasn't flashy enough, so you're going to change it to what?
Well, it wasn't that you weren't flashy enough. It was that I watched the first couple of them.
Yeah.
And what I came away with was it's kind of interesting to watch because it's kind of how men talk.
It was fizz and fundamentals.
No, it was more just like, wow, like the stuff about Aziz really kind of was interesting because you know, during the podcast you threw in the, man, that kid needs to go to celebrity school, right? You're like, dude, here's what you do as a celebrity. And it was really interesting. We were talking about sex in a completely frank way, and it was an interesting discussion.
So you want to change the name to what?
How Men Talk. I like it for two reasons.
How Men Talk.
How Men Talk. The reason...
That's corny as hell.
Yeah, but see, it pisses people off because people are like, why do you think that's how men talk? How about, it gets people angry. It seems like it's anti-woman. It's not even remotely anti-woman.
They're going to think it's locker room talk,
right,
man.
But it isn't. Maybe not. Do you want to... All right, we'll stick... If you start this helicopter shit, maybe we'll stick with flashing the fundamentals.
Can you imagine had a helicopter with a sound system outside of it?
No, that's flashy. That's flashy.
Can you imagine?
What's up with me? First thing's up with me, we have a sponsor.
Yeah, I heard.
We have a sponsor. It's called the No Label Winery.
No Label.
KNOW, but ironically, it is No Label. They put a little tag on it, and that's how they label it. So it is No Label, No Label. The thing about this wine,
here we go.
It's kind of special, and that it is infused with cannabis.
What is a can of bis?
Yeah,
What
exactly.
is bis, and why did they put a can of it in there?
And he told me, be damn sure you have one dose of this because
one dose. Why do you sit your glass on? Is that a scale?
Yeah,
you have a digital scale on your bar.
He said this shit'll fuck you up.
I gotta go.
This shit'll fuck you up. So he just said,
wow, you're gonna have me drink a can of bis?
A can of bis, cute.
You didn't catch it the first time.
I did. I just was
That's
hoping.
red. That's red. It looks like red wine or grape juice.
I was hoping you'd be embarrassed by
my corny jokes.
And
dude, I'll tell a corny joke in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you will.
You have to have self-deprecating humor if you want to be flashy.
Uh-huh.
So, dude, what is this? Really? We got a sponsor, and I have to now. I have to what?
You know, I think first of all, this is a $100 bottle. Okay. By the way this works is this is a 2015.
Right.
He did that because that was our big year, right? 2015, and
he just wrote that on there.
Yeah, no, he made this quickly for us. He's got.
Well, we've killed that bottle. I see what's left.
No, there's three doses in each bottle.
Oh, three doses. Do I really want to drink something that's called a freaking dose?
No, I'm telling you. Anyway, it's 4 ounces. Though each bottle's $50. This is a specific one that is it's rare, and it only gets made every 3 years or something. And he gave us one of these, and he said it'll make you feel nice. It's very simple.
I like a disclaimer.
He's never.
I'm doing this for the sake of show business.
Right. He would never drink alcohol or. Ever,
well, is this alcohol or is this weed?
It's both. It's going to be a fun show, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun show.
I don't really do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but this is both right now. How's it taste?
Whoa, it tastes like you're drinking weed. That is weird, dude.
Weed wine. It just tastes so good. Wow, that's a trip.
Weed wine.
Weed wine. You make me feel so fine.
I mean, I'll be honest. I love
this. Is weird.
It feels like I'm drinking.
It's got a weed aftertaste.
Yeah, it feels like I'm drinking. Like
somebody edible.
Somebody put out their joint in.
No. There's no ash.
I know.
It's like an edible aftertaste. It's like the beginning has a wine bouquet and it finishes off with an edible aftertaste.
That's nice. You did that well.
No, it does. Because it starts off like a glass of wine, and then you get a little. Well, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
and
then the second part.
Yeah,
it's literally like wine, joint, wine, bowl. It goes back and forth. That's really interesting.
Okay, well, how about that? Our very first sponsor is
yeah, that is kind of funny. That's our very first sponsor. Not necessarily like a like every show sponsor, but he had mentioned it, and he was always talking
a one bottle sponsor at least.
Well, he was talking. Yeah, he was talking about it, and I'm like, dude, I got to try this. But the prices were outrageous. Like you see some of the things, and he's like, yeah, I'll send you a bottle. I'm like, yeah, we'll talk about it on the show. He's like, oh, I'll send you two. And then I'm like, okay, cool, you're our sponsor. So we'll see how this works out. We'll see.
This is going to put a new twist on the anti-hover conversion.
Yeah, it is. Well, it'll knock you on your ass, but you won't give a shit. Just like whatever.
Very interesting.
Very nice. So, there's also a bottle of white in there.
Okay, I'm thinking that's probably
not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. So what's up with me? The last time we did this, my car hadn't started, and I had a big old beard.
That's right.
Now, this has gone down to this just because I'm doing what every guy does when they start shaving a beard. They just kind of work their way down to something stupid.
But why did you have to cut it to look like Beauregard T, I'm going to chase you in the woods?
I like it. I'm not going to chase you in the woods.
Get out.
Come on. I'm going to get out.
Get out. Get out.
Still my favorite.
Get out.
Still my favorite story in the documentary. It makes me laugh every time. Remember?
What?
When I said I was going to pick you up in Columbus?
Oh,
and you're like, no, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good. What do you mean? I'll pick you up. Nah.
I'll get a car.
Fuck, even the gig we got next week. You're like, nah,
I'll get a car.
Dude, kind of a good gig. We're going to doing this gig on the 5th, 4th or 5th. Fuck, 4th, Sunday.
Yeah, I'll show up on the 5th.
And I'm like, we got a black car coming to pick you up. He's like, no. I was like, no. He's like, nah, it's good. Gonna rent a car. I'm like, God damn it, you don't trust anybody. You don't trust.
No. God bless the child that's got his own. I'll never be that guy in the horror movie.
Did something happen to you, or is it really the horror movie thing?
You know what? I don't never want to be that guy in the horror movie that could have got away.
But you are not in a horror movie.
Life is a horror movie.
It is lately. I'll give you that. Wow.
So
that was deep. But what's up with me is, right after that, our last podcast, I actually didn't get it started. I started another fire. But all this is going to be in the sequel. Either way, I finally got it started. It's running. It hasn't blown up. I did 2 gigs last night. I did stall. I thought I solved it with the whole issue, but it's still doing a random thing where it just forgets to idle. It's like the computer realizes...
It shuts down and no fuel goes to it?
Yeah, it just goes, doo. Usually it goes, doo.
And as soon as you crank it, it pops back up?
Yeah, then I turn off, I start back in, and it's fine.
Fuel pump, no issue?
I mean... then why would it work fine when I turn the fuel pump on or off?
Dude, first of all, you have a car that has no engineering documents to it.
Yes.
So anything is an option.
Yeah, no, I believe me. It's at this point. I'm back. Here's how it is. I'm back to where I was before the fire. Did you see how
I articulated that? That was pretty
nice.
awesome.
That was a nice way to go like that. I'm basically back to where I was before the fire, which means it's kind of awesome.
Is this how men talk though?
We haven't gotten to that stuff yet.
Okay.
We haven't gotten to that stuff yet. The reason it's good that we got back to where it was before the fire is that it ends up. The second fire cost me another $300, but for about $3,500, I got the cover of that documentary. That movie poster.
I like that flame shot better. The first one was a little, what's going on?
Yeah, but
it was like what?
Yeah, well, there's flames. Who gives a fuck? Like,
I mean, this one is like the clarity to me is like more in your face.
Oh, the more flames. I just found a better still that was more flamey.
Yeah,
but
is that a word?
But no, the fact that I now have on the cover of my documentary the car's on fire. The time machine is on fucking fire.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Everyone knew that though.
No, you keep thinking that people on Facebook are everyone. Oh, no.
They not?
No. And I'm learning really...
There's more?
I'm learning really quickly.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, this will be a nice little documentary of how a distribution deal works. 'Cause I got one of those, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I got to tell you, man, you grabbed the bull by the horns and tackle it.
Yeah, I didn't think I did. Also, when we last... I got to tiptoe around this one. Shit.
What?
Nah, fuck it. I'll tell the truth. Okay.
Because you can edit it if you don't want to.
No, I'm not editing this. I'm not. I'm just going to knock this out. When Jay was here last, my big concern was I would like to get it to Gravitas and see if they want to push it because I really wanted them to distribute my film.
Right.
And Jay was cool and he gave me a referral letter and hooked me up, and then that person didn't work at Gravitas anymore. Oops. I look a little deeper. They got bought out, so on and so forth. So anyway, I get through to him. I give him everything, and I get an offer. And I talk with the guy, and I'm like, oh my God, this is happening. I'm going to go with Gravitas, and this thing's great. And so I had a friend who also had a film through Gravitas that released last December. Her name is Sadie Katz. She released The Bill Murray Experience. And
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's part of the story. And she was so excited to get this deal and so forth. And Gravitas is one of the biggest indie distributors out there. And unfortunately... her film is invisible, and she doesn't have any rights to it anymore, and she can't figure out what the hell happened. It's not the greatest reviewed film, but the bottom line is that now that I know how distribution works, Bill Murray's in it.
That should be enough to get it
Bill
somewhere.
Murray's in the title.
Yeah.
It says starring Bill. I mean, it's kind of bullshit that it's starring Bill Murray because it's basically clips of him, one live shot of him or whatever. But I mean, I haven't even seen it completely. But yeah,
That was a disclaimer?
well because I'm not. I think there's a spoiler about the end. I'm actually not sure what it is.
Oh, okay.
But there's one little trailer where you kind of see him. I really don't know how it ends. So I talked to her and she goes, "Don't go with gravitas." I was like, don't go. She said immediately, I'm like, "Oh shit, what's going on?"
Don't go with the first deal that comes your way?
Well, it wasn't that. It was more like, here's
Was it the
what's
first
happening.
deal that came your way?
Yeah, but I've gone with
Okay, I
first
just
deals.
wanted to see something.
I've gone with first deals before that went to the
I
end of
just
the world.
wanted to see something.
Ends up, if your film doesn't have a big name like Steven Spielberg, Robert Zemeckis, and Michael J. Fox,
Your film's got my name, pal.
yeah, that's the thing. So if it doesn't have, it seems like that company throws a bunch of things on the wall, sees if it sticks. If it doesn't, they move on quickly. And they didn't. I mean, her film isn't even on their site. Like, it doesn't even exist. You can find it if you look up every single word in the title, but it's basically invisible. And she feels awful, and so on.
They have it forever, or perpetuity.
10 years.
10 years. How many years does she have left to go? Like 10?
9 years and 8 months.
Okay, that's a fresh wound.
Yeah. So she's so.
So obviously you didn't go with gravitas.
Well, the offer they gave me was so much even worse than what she got, and I was like, ugh. So I talked to somebody else and so forth. And
do your films take as long to tell the story?
this bitch. This bitch. I was going to try to help some filmmakers explain. First of all, there's nothing wrong with gravitas if you have a certain type of film.
Right.
If you have a lower
Or a name,
level film,
or a name in it.
The people I did end up going with, the distribution company is called Indie Rights, like INDIE, Indie Rights, and they are actually excited about the international market specifically for this.
This has a chocolatey kind of bouquet.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. They're excited about the international aspect of it because basically there's a picture of a DeLorean time machine on it. Right off the bat, she's like, we have a booth at Cannes.
Iconic car.
It's an iconic car.
What month is Cannes? What
June.
I'll be in Europe.
Yeah, but you gonna find a way to make me go there?
Hell, if we can get in the film festival,
We can get into the film
If we can
festival.
get in the film festival, I'm damn sure going to be there. Give me some dates, pal, and show up because I'm going to be in Europe this summer.
I can find a reason. All right. Well, that would actually be kind of cool. Even if I couldn't come out and visit you, you're a spokesman. You're on the cover of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Maybe they can use it. Wow, that's kind of interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, kind of cool. I would have a very hard time telling Talia, how about you hang out with these kids for a couple days?
And I'm going to go to the Cannes Film Festival.
I'm going to go to France and...
No. I'm going to go to the south of France, right along the French Riviera.
We're just going to chill.
Worked.
Yeah. I couldn't even say that to her with a straight face. I wouldn't do it. I literally wouldn't do it if she couldn't come. So, yeah, that would be awful.
Well, we need to start talking to Grandma.
But Grandma ain't going to watch kids. Ooh, she might.
What's 3 or 4 days?
Have you spent more than 3 or 4 minutes with Cam and Vienna? Like, it's...
Okay, well, I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I mean, you and Talia would love the south of France. It's my favorite
who
place.
the fuck wouldn't love the south of France?
And to have a film there, too?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Cool. Now, it's not going to be playing. They're not
Who
going to rent
cares
a
if
theater.
it's being
But
distributed?
it's being pushed.
Yeah.
It's being sold.
It's being sold there.
Yeah, it would be very awesome.
Which means that... Okay, have you ever been to Cannes Film Festival?
No.
It's all of these private little parties and booths and places where you can't get into unless you're
part of it.
Unless you're part of it. I've always seen it, but I've never been able to get into it. And I've had the gift of gab, and I've gotten this close and shut down.
Look, bro. Look what I'm doing for you.
What? Oh, you're making Don great again.
Okay. Oh, it's so funny. But I'm like, it's starting to roll. Anyway, the good news is Gravitas wanted 6 to 7 months to release it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! This other place said, no, you give me the deliverables, it'll be out in a week or two. So,
whoa,
yeah. So this is happening.
That's a fast turnaround. Do you ever make money ever in the history of ever?
Oh, here's the good news. Most people have expense caps, right? Basically what happens is the distributor charges you like $30,000-$40,000 for all this distribution fees, and after all that money gets paid, then you get a revenue split. Gravitas is 30-70, blah blah. This place said, no, we're going to invest in your film, and there are no expenses at all. I went, excuse me?
Wow.
Yeah, they said, no, we believe this is going to sell. We're going to distribute it all. Revenue splits 20/80. Take it.
So they're going to give me the check, or you going to give me a check?
Oh, I'm sorry. What part of this did you produce, bitch? What?
Wait. Hold up. Pump the brakes.
The hour.
This is a Martin Lewis moment right here.
Oh God, dude. Oh, I'm going for another one. You're done after that. I know you are. I can't do a whole other one of these.
Yeah, you kind of killed it. I think you like the weed wine.
You gotta get a little higher.
Weed wine.
No, it's not the high at the beginning. Weed
wine.
There you go. That's what you
When you gotta do it like that?
Well, no, that's how they do it.
Gilbert Godfrey. Weed wine. What is Parsifal?
Oh, and that's the next thing. This is for Ready Player One. This is the
That's the plate for
Ready Player One. So I'm ready for that.
One.
And what's cool is that my movie is now going to be out the same weekend. Ready Player One is out, and they basically said, don't do any press, don't do anything until it's able to be downloaded and seen, because you're wasting your time otherwise. You know, the old school of thought was that you just do all this press leading up to the release. She goes, well, yeah, it's great if you're Star Wars and you can blanket the world with commercials, but if otherwise, no, you wait till people can get it. And in the reviews, there's a link to where they can buy it immediately. And when you're doing,
do you think we can at least get a trip with a Q&A somewhere?
Oh yeah. I think I already have a film festival that wants to in Seal Beach that wants us to do a Q&A.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, why not?
Seal Beach. It's a long trip.
Oh, but you wanted a trip? What?
I want a trip. I want a trip. I want to do a press junket.
Okay, let's do it. A little bit at a time. The good news is, what I'm figuring out is
I understand I have a very big part in this film.
You are the glue that holds the film together. I will tell you that.
Wow. Are you blowing smoke up my ass?
No, I'm serious. Remember when I couldn't figure out how to edit this thing, and I'm like, this is a fucking disaster? I thought, I got an idea. We'll sit and we'll talk about it. And I thought exactly what made this pod after we saw the pod that we did.
Does anybody watch these podcasts?
I don't know. We haven't even told anybody about it yet. It's going to be more like a go back and see it kind of thing.
I did that today on some videos. It was pretty good. This is probably my best one so far.
Okay.
You think?
We've been talking about me the whole time.
We talk about you on every one of them. We always talk about you.
Anyway, things are good.
It's an Adam cast.
By the time we do the next one, the film will be out. I'll have married Kaylin and Jimmy. And so then my life will be a little.
Oh, you're gonna do the yeah.
I don't think they appreciate what it's like having kids because
the Reverend preacher Adam Contra.
Yeah, I got all my paperwork because they're like, hey, can you be the best man and Ty can be in the wedding and Cam can be the ring bearer and Vienna the flower girl and can you officiate it? And I'm like,
man,
like brother, like I don't know how we gonna do this. What happens
when is he getting married?
Cam shits his pants. March 23rd. Damn. What you were gonna?
I wanted to marry.
Where were we gonna be?
I know I wanted to be the marrier. That would have been hysterical.
You know what? You probably should still get your paperwork in line.
When I get the helicopter, I'm going to do marriages at altitude.
I think people need to rent the DeLorean and have Goldie show up and marry you. I think that's some funny shit, dude.
You know what? Rent the DeLorean, have Goldie marry you,
right,
and then take a flight around California Los Angeles in the helicopter.
That's a $10,000 package right there.
That we'll probably get away with for $2,500. We'll give them a deal, a marriage deal.
$2,500. That's what I get anyway for okay. So I'm gonna lose money on this.
Well, you know,
wait a second.
We do it for love.
Don't we do the commercial bullshit? Remember, you can't commercially fly people around. We ran into this.
No, I know, but I tell you, dude, I'm going to get a charter service.
Oh,
I literally want to have a charter service where Goldie Wilson will fly you in overlooking celebrities' homes and the Hollywood sign and iconic, stuff in Southern California. You know.
But you'll have to start these around what, like 11 a.m.?
No, it'd be all day long. I mean, well, it only takes 30 minutes.
Oh, I understand that, but there's a certain point where you're not flying.
What do you mean? You got jokes. If I have to work all day, I'll just work all day, and I'll enjoy my evening.
I know. Okay. This is making me think I'm a lot funnier than I am. It's doing the opposite for you. Okay, so I want to get to the topic that we were going to talk about that I haven't told you yet. But first off, we forgot to do this last... Well, we didn't really forget. There wasn't much to do with last time. The fuck did Trump do now? The last month...
He does everything.
For Mr. Trump. The Trump story is getting extremely interesting, sir. Dude, you do see what's happening here, right?
Who knows what's happening? Who knows what's happening?
Oh.
Who knows what's happening, dude?
Oh, come on, man.
Who knows what's happening?
13 Russians was a specific play.
13 Russians was a specific play. Recharging Gates was a specific play.
But that was more for Manafort.
Recharging Manafort was a specific play. But what does it mean?
Gates and Manafort are over here. I'm not too concerned about them. The 13... Establishing the fact that there was interference.
But that was always established. No one just wanted to believe it.
No, now that it's established... Basically, what I believe they're doing is they're setting up everything for... There's going to be a Friday in the near future, probably May or June.
Where the heckler news dump.
Where they're going to dump all of them. Kushner, Trump, probably Trump Jr., all of them. For 12 counts each.
So what do you think? Money laundering?
Well, money laundering, obstruction of justice, abuse of power, perjury, if he's interviewed him by then.
And then we get Mike Pence, and then what?
No. Well, we got a long time till that's even an issue. Long time. Why is everybody worried about Mike Pence, dude? Listen, this isn't political. You shouldn't want Trump out for politics. You want Trump out for, holy Christ, our democracy needs to realize this motherfucker needs to be out. It has nothing to do with politics.
But it's going to be the same game, just a different face.
No.
He's just crass and brash with his, but it's the same behind the scenes garbage.
It'll be worse with Pence, actually. If you're talking about that. I mean, but I still think, as a democracy, we need to be up. Man, look at that wire. It's about to hit.
It's hit it several times already.
I know, but now is it going to go across? It's going to make it.
It's always hit it. It's going to make a little noise.
Oh wait. Oh, this time doesn't look good, man.
No, it's been doing it all along.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to get her. Oh, fuck.
No, watch. Okay, you guys don't know what we're doing, but the camera's like freaking out, so we're just going to watch it.
I need to put that wire. Oh shit! I don't think that wire's going to make it, man.
No, let's see.
Oh shit, dude! The whole thing's going to. Oh dear. Oh god.
This is going to be interesting. Okay, there we go, and it lifted up the whole thing, dude. It's got some juice. It lifted up the whole plug. Like a crane.
That wasn't. Can you get up and unplug the white thing? It's got enough power.
Now, see it.
No, but no, it'll do it again. It's got enough power. Just unplug the wire. There you go. Okay. Anyway, okay. Well, you don't think a lot's going on with Trump. I think a lot's going on with Trump. Then let's just move on from that story.
I'm gonna go to that gas station and get one of those burritos.
You're a few sips in, you're like, I could eat a burrito right now. Right? That gas station up on Sherman Way? God damn, that's good. There's a gas station burrito place that is so good. You're like, what the fuck? Why is this so good? And
why would I eat at a Chevron station?
Yeah, and then you're like, what is this? It was in some magazine, and now they're like super busy. They're busier than the gas station now.
This shit is crazy.
Is it? I'm not feeling much. You seem like you're feeling a little more than me. Okay. Gun control. I guess that would be the topic of the day. That's what America's talking about.
You control your gun by either having the safety on or off. That's gun control.
There we go. Maybe this wasn't the best thing to drink when we were going to be doing a tit for tat about serious topics.
You know what?
Because I don't give a fuck.
But you know what? You always say that I'm the WB frog that ribbit.
Okay, wow.
I never like Don. When the camera's off, Don is like,
hello, my baby.
Yeah, when the camera's on, ribbit.
Yeah.
For those of you that didn't understand that whole analogy.
So do you want to talk about the
Parkland
protests? No, you want to talk about the Parkland protests? Those kids are amazing.
Dude, I have never in my life seen such articulate 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds. When I was that age, I was dumb as a rock.
When I was laughing, I found out they were theater students. When I first saw them, I said, "This is like if you cook my theater."
One of them is theater. I heard him say he gave credence to his theater group at the school.
No, like if I was thinking about it in my high school, there were probably 4 or 5 of us. If you had grabbed us and thrown us on TV, would have been
could
fine.
Speak well.
Yeah, because I was on I was on talk radio when I was 19. Like, it was like I graduated that summer, it was that spring. So I kind of see where that's coming from. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at my anti-hover conversion while I want to sneeze.
Oh, let it all out. It's all right. But no, I think not only are they articulate, it's more to me that, God damn, their message is on point, and they say the same thing every time. They know the exact legislation they want. They all say it every time, on every show, on every interview, and it's like, this is what's missing.
They're killing the NRA.
Oh, God. They've done more to the NRA in a fucking 2 weeks than I've...
And Dana Lash and Wayne LaPierre are the worst spokespeople for their cause ever.
I mean, I'm amazed how much they've been able to do in 2 weeks. Now, whether they actually get any legislation passed...
There won't be any legislation passed.
I don't know. I'm seeing some Republicans... I think what's going to happen is that we are going to see the Democrats take the Senate.
In Congress. It's going to get locked up in Congress and go nowhere. Nowhere.
You got
the reason it's not going to go anywhere is because it's stupid. People want to ban an assault weapon. Number one, it's not an assault weapon.
Right.
Number two, if you ban that, then there's a plethora of other guns that are
like
just as lethal.
Is it plethora or plethora?
Plethora. Have not. I don't know. Tomato. Onion.
Right.
I don't know. Shit. What?
You look like you're about to talk, and you're not talking. You're just like...
Because I'm trying to figure out how to couch this correctly.
Okay, well, you're a gun owner, so you clearly
No, I'm
feel...
not.
We talked about this, Don.
No, I'm not.
God damn it!
I believe in the Second Amendment.
I specifically asked you if I could say that.
No, I don't.
You're such a bitch. God, you
guns.
make me fucking crazy. God damn it. I even prefaced it.
No.
No, you don't know nothing.
No,
you got nothing.
But I know gun owners.
And here's what they would say.
And this is what they would say.
Go ahead. No.
There are plenty of laws on the books that are not enforced.
Right.
If the laws on the books were enforced, then, it's stupid to say ban all guns because they're dangerous. Because obviously criminals get guns that aren't licensed or registered through the government. So what's to stop them from getting guns? And you should have a right to be able to protect your home. And the people get caught up on semi-automatic. Why are they semi-automatic? Well, unless it's a revolver, all guns are semi-automatic, which simply means one bullet for one trigger pull as opposed to bursts. Machine guns have been outlawed here since the 30s.
Right.
They're bear hunting guns that are worse than AR-15s. People get caught up, well, there's 100 rounds, and you can take a hunting rifle with a 10-round magazine, take two together, and flip them and have 20 rounds within seconds.
Right. Here's my question. If you were to take out a field of zombies, would you rather have a 1920s machine gun that was banned, or would you rather have a teched out AR-15?
I'd want that machine gun.
Really?
For the zombies, yeah.
Dude, you can take out... You know how fast and accurately you can take people out with an AR-15?
Have you ever shot an AR-15?
No.
Okay, so first of all...
But I've shot a semi-automatic gun.
Okay, no. Again, semi-automatic is a term for a gun that it comes from a magazine as opposed to rotating in a chamber.
I understand.
Okay. Speaking from a position of someone who has told me about shooting AR-15s... I would much rather have an instrument for defense with rapid fire against a tribe of zombies as opposed to an AR-15. An AR-15 is basically a hunting rifle with a badass suit of clothes on it.
What I'm trying to get across here is you're arguing for zombie defense, Don.
No, not at all. No. You asked the question, so you asked the simple question. And I gave you a simple answer. Machine guns are illegal, so your question was based on a misconception.
There are other countries that have dealt with this and had no problem, and people still own guns, and there's no mass shootings because they literally banned the sale of certain types of guns.
Okay, that's fine. Do you recall the Virginia Tech shooting? What was it? What was used?
Dude, we've had like 300 mass shootings.
But what I'm saying is, what was used?
You could do it with a knife if you wanted to.
Exactly. So what do? You can do it with a car. So what do? You begin to ban cars?
You ban F1 Formula Racing cars. That's the whole point. You absolutely ban certain cars, of course. I've had this argument all the time. Why can't I own a Formula One race car? That's insane, right? Why would anybody need to own a Formula One race car in their fucking driveway?
If you've been licensed and trained to use it, I say why not?
You would have no problem watching a Formula One race car run around this garage.
Not at all.
Around this neighborhood.
Not at all. If you've been trained and licensed
the
to
wheels
use
are
it,
on the out fucking side, dude. I would rip somebody apart.
If it's street legal.
It isn't. That's the point. It isn't street legal for a reason. Because it shouldn't be on these streets. It needs to be on a racetrack.
Okay, so I hear the emotional standpoint from
no, it just is. It's not emotional.
Gun control people. I do. I hear it. I get it. I really.
Well, no, I'm just comparing the two. Let's compare cars. Cars are
that's apples and oranges.
Well,
there's no the velocity between a car and the velocity between a bullet is obviously different. That's apples and oranges to me.
Yeah, in your favor, it's apples and oranges. Cars aren't even designed to kill people, and they're more regulated than guns.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I get that. You're right.
Let's
You're
just
right.
at least pick something.
Well, no. Regulation, not necessarily regulation, but a concise process in order to obtain that particular item should be utilized to me across the board.
Of course.
It shouldn't be ad hoc.
Right. That's one, of course.
But it's weird because nobody wants to do any common sense regulation because the crazy people think that they need their gun against tyranny of the government.
Well, the NRA is a really good salesman. They get up there and they make you think that this is the end of your God-given right.
You got to think about, okay, so the tyranny of the government has now turned on the people. You're going to take your AR-15 with your 1,000 rounds and you're going to go fight the army with night vision goggles, heat-seeking missiles.
And the bomb.
and everything. Right? And see, that's where it gets crazy.
Yeah, the whole thing is crazy. But at the end of the day, we do have paths to follow when it comes to this regulation. This is not something that is...
Follow the regulations. None of the regulations are followed, man. None of them. And they're not universal.
Right. Yeah, the gun show loopholes.
They're not universal.
Right.
I do believe that you should, have it universal and make it difficult. I think it should be. I think it should be difficult.
But you know what? It's the same thing with drones. Remember when we first got our drones, and I would call you.
I fired mine up today.
Oh, did you?
For the first time in forever.
You got the helicopter Jones. But you remember when I was like, they need to license motherfuckers before they get these because this is dangerous. Like this could actually fuck somebody up. And I would get in arguments with all the drone lobby. Basically, you go on these drone boards and everybody's like, we should have a license. And like, no, it's my right to do blah, blah. I'm like, dude, these people are going to take down planes and shit. This is not a toy. This is now.
Dude, that thing gets sucked into a jet engine. Dude. It's a disaster.
Yeah, I am happy to go through a class to prove I know how to use my drone. I'm happy to register it. I
didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, because you have your pilot's license. Or you won't have to do anything whenever that changes. Yeah. But I think, don't you think that's reasonable to expect people to not just be able to walk in, get it, and throw it over a crowd of people?
Absolutely.
Like, that's insane. I mean, the shit I did at Vegas was insanely stupid. I shouldn't have done it.
No, that was great footage. They do footage like that all the time. You just snuck it.
No, they get the rights to it. Yeah.
That's the best footage I've ever seen a drone take ever.
I know. I was stunned I did it. I was close to smoking by the end of it, man. My smoking was going to Wendy's. And so, like, I would do one run, and I'd be like, I need a cheeseburger. And I'd sit in the drive-thru, and I think I even called you. I'm like, oh, my God, dude. You won't believe what I just did. I just put my drone through the fucking Luxor. Oh, my fucking God. Oh, my God, And you were like, I don't even understand why you're stressing out. I don't know what the big deal is. And then you did some shit, and you were like, oh.
Yeah, where did I do that? I can't remember where I did some shit.
It's scary. And you were just on the downtown hotel?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Trying to land it between two swimming pools on the 8th floor.
Or going around a building and hoping it still has a connection.
It has a signal.
Right. Because if it doesn't, what are you going to do? Yeah, it's scary, right? It's super scary. Yeah.
But at $400 a pop now.
Well, yeah, now it's cheap. Yeah, now it doesn't matter. Well, again, I'm not real hopeful about the legislation side of the Parkland protests unless the Congress gets flipped. But I am what I'm happy about is that with the movement they are organized and they're saying the same thing.
If they energize 18-year-olds, if they energize the class of 2018, they can make some noise.
Sure. But
they have to, because the old people. There has not been one revolution led by old people.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm drinking. I guess it's over.
No, you're done because there's no more left.
Yeah, there's another bottle in there. I might get that.
Wow, dude, 2 glasses of that, man.
It doesn't even affect me.
You're a potaholic.
No, I'm not. I don't do weed at all.
You just did.
I know, but I'm saying I can't. It makes me eat everything.
You're going to get hungry.
No, what's funny about weed is if I do it right before I go to bed, it's great. I sleep great. It's great for a guy who has insomnia. If I do it about 10 minutes before I'm tired, I start rationalizing how far Taco Bell is from my front door. And I start going, you know what, I bet I could make it. I bet I could make it before I fall over. And then that's bad. That's bad. So yeah, I tend to stay away from that. But what I was going to say was the thing about the Parkland protests that I have been arguing with people online that is done well is that, remember Occupy Wall Street?
Yeah.
Fucking like...
They were a ragtag bunch of heroes.
A ragtag bunch of heroes that had absolutely no agenda, no leadership, no plan, no anything. So when the media came, guess what? They went, what?
I actually went to that shit in New York City.
Did you?
I went into that whole encampment in that Jacob whatever park.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fucking trip. It was incense. It was weed.
It was incense.
They were selling. Well, no, I mean it was incense, but it was plenty of weed.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
But
they were selling books. They were fucking selling.
But what did that do for income inequality?
Didn't do shit. They were just hanging out, dude.
Right.
It was the first time I'd ever seen a police thing where it hydraulic thing that goes up in the air like an outlook post.
Oh, really?
It's the first time I'd ever seen that. I'm going like, wow. And this is right across the street. They hadn't built the World Trade Center thing yet. It was still fenced off. Yeah. I'm like, wow.
And then Black Lives Matter, which is another. It's unorganized, although it comes from an organic place. It's still unorganized.
It got hijacked, dude.
But it's because they weren't organized.
That message got hijacked.
But they didn't have
when
a
Trump
hijacked
that. Trump hijacked that message.
But that's what you do when you're unorganized.
What about that Sheriff Clark dude? Have you heard of that Sheriff David Clark?
The black dude? Yeah.
What the hell was wrong with his childhood?
He's just crazy. He's just crazy.
I don't think he was a happy kid.
I know. I'm trying to make a point. You keep just like throwing me over here. The Black Lives Matter, and then what Kaepernick did. Okay?
Yeah.
All of them had a nice start, but they had no preparation for what would happen once they got the attention.
They got hijacked, dude.
No,
Trump hijacked that one too. They got hijacked. Their message was getting across until they got hijacked.
No, there was no message.
Yeah, it was.
What was the message?
The message was it was putting a spotlight on police brutality,
right. Raising awareness. Awesome. What's the answer?
Well, just keeping the fire lit. But when the president hijacked it with "you're not American" and all that, and started calling them sons of bitches, and got everybody fired up.
They're doing the same thing.
Hijacked.
They're doing the same thing to the Parkland protesters. However, the Parkland protesters say, this is the legislation we want. We want bump stocks banned. We want the age limit raised. They have, an actual agenda. Yeah. And they're saying it, and people are hearing it, and the corporations are leaving the NRA because they see it coming.
No. See, I need to know what these corporations are really doing. The cutting ties aspect, does that mean that the NRA no longer gets member discounts at their stores, or does that mean that you're not advertising with them anymore?
No, it's a discounting. When you become an NRA membership,
well, why in the fuck do you get a discount from the NRA anyway?
That's how entrenched the NRA is in our country.
So in other words,
you have membership in the NRA.
In other words, they're not cutting ties.
Well, yeah, they're taking away all the membership perks. So hopefully it hurts the membership of the NRA, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the point I was trying to make was when the media jumped on Kaepernick, he got the attention. They put the microphone in his face, say, okay, what's going on? It's raising awareness. That's fine. It's like, well, who are you going to vote for? But I don't vote. And it's like,
but I mean, Kaepernick is single-handedly doing his own thing. Everybody picked up and jumped on his bandwagon. But he's already doing this thing.
Agenda.
He was feeding people. He was dressing people.
He did that shit later. Yeah. I know the order of his shit. He did that shit later because somebody... First of all, he was sitting initially, and he talked to the military, and they told him to kneel. That's the truth. And he
Right.
kneels. I'll be honest, when we went to the game and he knelt, I was going to do it too. But you black bitches didn't. And I was like, well, fuck, I can't be
You
the
really
white
could say that to me on a podcast?
You and motherfucker Michael Ralph, what was his name? You guys wouldn't come down. I was like, okay, I guess I'll stand.
Whoa. I don't even remember.
It was during the. I have it on tape. It was during the national anthem. I was like, "Oh, cool."
What was I doing?
You were standing there. It was the national anthem.
Did I have my hand over my heart?
I don't know. I think we did. I don't know.
Hey man, I'm American, man.
I'm American.
Goldie Wilson, man.
But it's not anti-American. It's trying to raise awareness.
Hey man, you know what? Have some respect for the flag.
You are a bitch. You're a bitch. Anyway, my point is, we're seeing the difference between organized protests. Listen, Rosa Parks wasn't tired and just got up. That was an organized protest.
Yeah.
And they made it look like that.
And
That's
she
smart.
and she
they
was
got
part.
shit
She
done.
was part of an organization that was in that.
And they did that shit, right? And we read the little books in school. Oh, she was tired of winning. No.
That's the hype.
And it worked. That's the way this works. That's why Occupy Wall Street wasn't going to work. That's why Black Lives Matter movement could get co-opted, because they didn't have focus. They didn't have legislation. Body cameras for all policemen, period. That should have been their fucking focus. Period. That's it. Hit it over and over. Every interview. Over and over. On every sign. Black Lives Matter. Body cam.
I'm not a very political person.
Yep.
So I'm a little uncomfortable with this conversation.
Why?
I want to talk about puppies at the shelter. Don't go to puppy mills. Do not get your puppies from Petco and stuff like that. Go to a shelter and get your puppy from there and give them a forever home.
By all means, get them spayed and neutered. What? What are you doing, brother?
Huh?
Okay, so did we hit something?
No, just now everything's good. Yeah.
Everything's good,
Everything's
right?
groovy.
Everything's groovy, man. We don't have to fight. Why are we all fighting?
And my last name is full of love.
What are we fighting for?
Yeah.
Can we all just stop? What did fucking Rodney say?
Can we all just
Can
get
we all
along?
just get along? Can we all
Yeah.
just get along? God, there's a whole generation of people that don't remember that, do they? Wow.
No.
That was like almost 30 years ago. Fuck, world.
They gave Rodney a couple million. He lost his mind.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He's like, why don't you all just get along? You know, is there any way you can just get along? Oh, man. Okay, well, we'll call it a day, because apparently...
Did this podcast do anything? Was this one? Did we get anything in?
What are you talking about, Don? Did we get anything?
Well, what I'm saying is, in comparison to the other podcasts,
Did we what? You
Wow.
had too much of that. You forgot what you...
No, I haven't forgotten what I'm saying at all. Your understanding is a little askew because you probably had more than one. In fact, it was two.
Is that wrong? Dr. Seuss? Did this get anything? It's not live.
No, I mean, no. What? Our subject matter, if you will, our camaraderie, our banter.
I like our banter. That was never the issue. I just thought we'll keep it with Flash and the fundamentals.
Yeah, I don't want what men talk about.
I just like the fact that
You wanted to change the name from the fastest DeLorean in the world.
No, I didn't. I always liked fastest DeLorean. Everybody else wanted me to. But fuck it.
Because they look at it fastest in the world DeLorean. No, dumb.
I actually enlightened in the world, so it's pretty clear fastest DeLorean and then in the world. I mean, it's not hard
you have to use it.
And you're saying keep an Adam Contrasome on the top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I just hate having my name on it twice, man.
You know what, man? Let your ego take over a little bit.
I can't. I'm not even credited at the end of it. I couldn't do it because I was like, I did everything. Like, what am I supposed to... I did credit all the music.
You know what? Because when the checks come, I'm only going to get one check.
Okay, no.
You're going to get 18.
Do you understand how this works?
I understand somebody's going to make some money.
I don't know if anybody's going to make some money.
Ooh, somebody's going to make some money.
We'll
Trust
see.
me on that issue.
You think somebody's going to make money off this?
Somebody's going to make some money. No one is doing this for free.
No, that's not true. I know. I mean, no, I'm saying, do you think the movie's going to sell? They're taking a risk.
Yeah. You mean, I do it. I think so. It's great subject matter.
Yeah.
And you got the Ready Player One coming out, and it's the same thing. The whole tie-in, the kid from Ohio, Goldie Wilson, all that, man.
It should work.
You know?
I don't think I can use anything Ready Player One in the trailer, though.
No, you can't, but the tie-in will be...
I'm going to have to basically make a parody of the Ready Player One trailer.
A kid from Ohio. Right. A time machine.
Well, no, I'll do like my virtual reality in my car or something. I got to figure something out. That's the only thing left to do.
Because you are a kid from Ohio.
I am.
You do have a time machine.
And the kid was born in 2025. I was born in 1975, exactly 50 years apart. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's really interesting. And I raced it.
That kid's not born yet.
I know. This is not. It's a movie, Don. It's not a documentary.
Oh, ours is a documentary.
Yes.
You know who I feel like right now? The Spectrum commercial.
What Spectrum commercial?
You haven't seen the Spectrum commercial? Oh, they have a campaign running. It's hysterical. All the like horror stars or whatever, you know, and they're sitting around and when the satellite goes out, they get all pissed off. And you haven't seen that?
I guess not.
Oh, dude, you gotta Google it, man.
Was
the Spectrum commercial.
Was one guy a stoner?
Well, no, one guy he's like I don't know. He's like from hell. He looks like Hellboy or something with horns coming out and take. But he's like a dumb shit. You know, he's like, oh yeah, I just could have done that. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that kind of guy.
That's how you feel.
And then there's the harbinger of death, evil death with all the black on. And then there's a puppet, and he's like Chucky. He says, he lets you know that he'll kill you and he'll cut you in pieces. I got nothing.
I gotta check it out. He's about to leave. He's like, all right, let's go. I'm gonna just be out of. You know the problem with this is for me.
What?
It makes me not give a fuck about what we're doing. Whereas usually I'm thinking about editing. We gotta watch this. I gotta watch time. My brain is actually doing a bunch of stuff at once. I drink some of this. I'm like, whatever, Don. I don't care what the fuck you were talking about. It's nice out. You hear that nice music in the background? We got a little Mexican.
I think Adam Conscious has a buzz.
I just don't care.
Yeah, that's called a buzz.
I just don't give a fuck.
That's called a buzz.
All right.
That's called a body high. That's what this stuff does.
This will be the last time we drink this during a podcast.
Yeah, it'll be the last time I drink it during a podcast.
Oh, come on, it was good.
No, I love our sponsor.
Have a bottle of that. And cut. No, it's good. It's something I drink before I go to bed. Here's my problem, though. I gotta be honest. This is where I'll be honest.
You are like a married with kids.
Yeah.
Al Bundy motherfucker.
I am married with kids. I'm not Al Bundy. But here's my thing. I was asking him. I'm like, how much is that bottle? Like, why can't I just go get some $2 chuck in a bowl? I'd be just in the same place. What's the difference? And he explained, the process of the wine.
What it does for you with your little virgin ass system. It's infusing itself into your bloodstream. In other words, the molecules are going into your body more so than, say, like a smoke would, that it fills your lungs, and then what happens is when the smoke dissipates in your lungs, the capillaries in your lungs fill up with the THC, and it goes into your bloodstream, and blah, blah, blah. This is going directly to your bloodstream. Your body is metabolizing it through your stomach, and it's generating it all through your body. So you have a body high. You're high.
Well, there's no doubt. I just don't give a fuck.
That's high.
That's a good high. Dude, I've been high. I mean, I've had some highs where I'm like, oh, this is some shit. This is just nice. I just don't really give a fuck about anything. That's nice. But for my life, that's not good, man. My whole life is productivity.
Yeah, I gotta give it to you. You're a productive
and produce.
You are a productive cat. I wish I had 1/3 your energy. I have so many projects that are in my head.
Yeah. I get them done.
You get them done, dude. You got an entire documentary done, dude.
I did. It's over. I can't believe it's over after all that. I can't believe it's going to be distributed this month.
I can't believe that you knew what you were doing.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't. No, you act like you know what you're doing. You fake it till you make it. That's how all of this happens. Half the shit I did on my car, dude. Like, I got to replace the slave cylinder for the clutch. And I just went, I guess I'm going to do that. I saw where it was. I'm like, oh, well, yes, I'll fucking do it. I got the part. I'll do it. Who else is going to do it? Think I'm going to drop that off at the fucking mechanic? No. No mechanic will touch that shit.
Nah, I couldn't see how he would.
No. All right, man.
And that concludes today's podcast. We chopped it up like a good salad.
Yep. All right, man. Well, it's cool. Are you going to the boat?
Nah, it's gotten too cold. What? It got too cold.
The whole point of me getting this ready early was because you had to get to your boat. So I get it ready early, and then you didn't fucking come.
It got too cold, man. Feel it. I got a jacket on.
It's been cold this whole day. What were you going to do at the boat on a Sunday? Don't you go working tomorrow? You're not working tomorrow?
No.
Oh, cool.
Fish, man.
Why would you go to fish at like 5 p.m. at night? Why wouldn't you go?
Because I got a little light that you put in the water. It's a fluorescent light, and it drives the bait fish towards the light. And when the bait fish comes towards the light, the predator fish come towards the bait fish.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's
That
like a
does
little
sound fun.
green light.
But don't you? I thought you want to do that in the morning. That's like an early morning thing. Get up really early and go out.
No, dude, it's fishing to sea all day long. They don't just come out in the morning.
How come everybody fishes in the morning?
Lake fishing is in the morning, and I don't know. I know lake fishing is in the morning, but shit out here at the ocean, all you got to do is go over by fucking Palos Verdes by the kelp bed,
Right.
and there's thousands of species of fish down there.
Right. And
Catch barracuda and just cut them up and feed them to the birds. Ouch. Or you catch a perch, catch a fucking white sea bass. Now that's a good catch.
But you ever eat it raw?
Oh, not raw.
Well, I don't.
Well, I mean, you could cut it up. You could cut it up, and you can get some lemons and some cilantro and some seasoning and do a little ceviche.
Do you have a grill?
I have a grill on the boat. Yeah. I've never used it though.
So what do you do with the fish?
Bring them back. I put them in the thing, the little.
And then you bring them back and you cook them at home.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Or like I said, it's fun to get the barracuda because they're mean little. Fuckers.
Oh, it's just like a competition.
And you
get that barracuda?
You get them and they put them in there and they die. You just cut them and you throw them up in the air and you see the pelicans and the seagulls. Pow! Come snatch them out the air.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a circle of life, man.
Yeah, and you're the number one dog making it happen. You're playing God. You're like, take it, bitches. Flash and the fundamentals, two complete opposites solve the world. If you're listening on iTunes, don't forget that you can watch these podcasts by subscribing on our Facebook or YouTube channels.